It's not every day that a beloved icon turns 80, and today we're celebrating a true American legend, Smokey Bear. For generations, Smokey has been a warm and friendly reminder that we all have a role in preventing wildfires. Here to help us walk down memory lane are two guests who will help us learn some tips and revisit the message that's still so important today. Our next guests are George Geisler of the Washington Department of Natural Resources and Tracy Danasici, VP and Group Campaign Director for the Ad Council. Welcome, George and Tracy.
Thanks for having us.
So what are some of the most memorable moments from Smokey Bear's campaign that have left a lasting impact? Because I remember seeing these commercials and advertisements all the time growing up.
It's hard to pick just a few. He's had such an impact and truly become such a cultural icon. 80 years ago, the Ad Council and our partners at the National Association of State Foresters and the USDA Forest Service launched that first poster featuring Smokey and his iconic message asking people to take care and prevent unwanted wildfires. And since that time, he's become a pillar in protecting our environment and also, like I said, a cultural icon. He's been on postage stamps, he's been to outer space, he's met presidents, he's thrown out first pitches at baseball games, all really to connect us with that personal responsibility that only you can prevent wildfires.
That's the quote I remember. And so why do wildfires remain such a critical issue in the U.S.? We've experienced them here locally. And how has Smokey Bear's message helped in preventing them?
So Smokey Bear, as Tracy said, has really been an icon. And as you mentioned, it's because wildfire continues to be on our landscape. While it is changing in that we have seen and experienced drier conditions over the years, a lot of it has to do with that we do have more people that are out enjoying the natural resources. Humans cause the majority of wildfires that we experience, 9 in 10. And all of those experiences, be it going on a hike, going camping, or in many cases moving into these natural areas to live, allows us the opportunity to spark a wildfire. So Smokey Bear and his Only You message is really intended to remind everyone that when we're out, to take the responsibility, look and take the time to see what we are doing, and ensure that we're not sparking a wildfire. And it could be anything from a dragging chain to an unattended campfire, or if you're living in an area that's out towards these natural places, even mowing your lawn and sparking by hitting a rock with your lawnmower.
And you mentioned humans cause the majority of wildfires. So what are some simple but crucial tips we can follow to prevent wildfires while enjoying the outdoors?
I mean, the good news and what's so powerful about Smokey's message is that at smokeybear.com, everyone can find a way to bring Smokey's tips and message into their own lives, whether we live near our nation's wild spaces and we can take better care of our equipment or think about how our car may cause these wildfires or tow chains, or whether we're recreating in our nation's forests and wildlands and we think about where and how we build and maintain our campfires and certainly how we put them out as well. So at smokeybear.com, everyone really can find simple ways to make a real impact on the protection of our our environment.
And tell us about the new public service ads released in partnership with the Weather Channel. How are they helping to keep Smokey's message alive for new generations?
The Weather Channel is, an extension of this part of the tradition of Smokey, which is working with industry partners to bring Smokey's message in the most organic and natural ways through communities and through media. So, as an extension of this beautiful campaign this year where we're celebrating the impact that Smokey's had as well as this nostalgic legacy, we're really bringing to life the campaign through the 8 decades, revisiting those 8 decades and revisiting these moments that generations of Americans have shared with Smokey, because as we practice fire safety, Smokey Bear lives within us all.
I agree. And then as Smokey Bear celebrates this milestone of 80, what's next for him in continuing to spread the wildfire prevention message?
Well, he's been doing so well for these 80 years, but he works so heavily through all of us. And really, he's there to remind us that it is only us that can do this, only you. And so with his continuing reminders and hopefully the public taking that little extra time, we expect Smokey to be around, not only in ads or on posters but in each of us through the decades that come.
There we go. Well, happy birthday to Smokey, and thank you to the both of you for continuing to tell us about his message and what we can all do to help prevent wildfires. Get the latest by going to stateforesters.org.